Alrighty, hello and welcome back to Christmas Day episode. James plays Final Fantasy so you don't have to. As a brief disclaimer, I am slightly tipsy on Christmas wine from my family's Christmas celebration. So if I start to get a little goofy in this video, that's why. So last time, we journeyed around in the boat a little bit. We got a little lost. We found Crescent Lake. We found some old guys that gave us a canoe so we can travel around in shallow water. And we found this volcano. So now we're going to do that. Yeah, should be exciting. So far, no new enemies. Oh, damage floor, my favorite. One damage per step, that's not too bad. Although I get the distinct feeling that it's going to accumulate. Horned Devil, that's new. Nope, they cast magic. All sorts of magic, shit. Still, they seem like pretty easy quarries. Counterweight. A Sphinx! I think that's a new thing. I guess that since we're in a giant volcano that most enemies... I'm gonna have to save my magic though, because I'm not gonna be finding a save point. Most enemies are probably generally weak against fire, would be my guess. At least any of the new enemies that we're gonna come across. Let's look at our bestiary real quick. Sphinx appears to be not weak against anything, although resistance to quake, probably because he has wings, so he could be potentially flying, I guess. Also, that it's probably worth pointing out that's not a Sphinx, that's a Manticore, but you know, whatever. A liberal translation of mythology. Horned Devil, he's pretty much just a gargoyle, also resistant to quake because he's flying, but he's resistant to fire and ice too, which is interesting. So I guess maybe I was wrong. Maybe things won't be generally resistant to fire, or resistant to, or weak. God damn it, weak against ice. Get some level ups. Oh, the stairs going down. I like it. Ink eggs. Just gonna kill these guys. Oh, I should kill Ozzy though. Oh. I can already tell this is going to be a frustrating dungeon. I really don't like damage floors. I think it's kind of a cheap way of adding a difficulty level to a dungeon. But I especially don't like ones that you can't mitigate. In the only one that I can think of, in the Etrian Odyssey series, which is a DS and 3DS series, they have damage floors, but they have ways around them. You can get spells. Oh, fire elementals. They're definitely weak against Blizzard. Gotta be. You can get spells that reduce the damage or negate the damage, as well as consumable items. Mithril Helm, I have those. In this, you just kind of have to take it, I guess. And it's particularly annoying because, as we have found in previous Final Fantasy, or not previous Final Fantasies, but previous dungeons, it takes a lot of wandering. And, oh, Fire Hydra, that was a new thing. And areas that take a lot of wandering increase the amount of possible damage that you're going to take from the floor. Weak against only ice and immune to other things. Cool. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of just my opinion, though. I'm sure that they had their reasons for making it like that, or maybe not. They probably didn't even know that they're just like, oh, walking across lava. That sounds like a cool gimmick. Oh, cool. Another buggy fire elemental encounter. That's kind of surprised they didn't playtest that out. Pyrolisk? That's a new enemy. Bird. Firebird. Drops gold needles. Weak against ice. Quake and fire. Cool. Cool. Turn back over and grab that treasure chest. Although it'll probably be something useless like a potion or a piece of equipment I already bought. God damn it. I don't even know how to get that treasure chest out. I don't even give a fuck. Oh shit, look at all that treasure over there. I definitely want to get that. No, obviously it's not. Oh. I guess I'm gonna have to go back and around. Oh shit, you just killed one of my guys. What? I think... No. I'm trying to save magic, so I'm gonna use a Phoenix down. God. The fact that it only restores him to like 1 health is kind of shitty too. To be sure, this is not a perfect game. Oh, Grey Ooze. Are they new? I feel like we've seen Grey Oozes before. Yeah, Grey Oozes. You're old news, buddy. Weekend's lightning. Lava Worm, that's new. We just kind of sped through that battle, obviously. It wasn't that bad. Weak against ice. Okay. So a lot of these guys are weak against ice. Lots of Gil, which is fine. So I'll need that on my way back to Crescent Lake on the way out. I don't know. But still, like, I had the money my first time through. I guess I didn't have another mithril shield. I had the money the first time through to get most of my mithril equipment. I'm going to try out the axe just to see if it has a good rate of hitting. Because if it does, and the accuracy is mitigated by my character's stats, then it's strictly a better weapon. I mean, it's hard to tell since I'm speeding through the random encounters, but it seems like it's hitting most of the time. High potions. Like, high potions are useful now. I'm definitely at the point where high potions make sense. But even a high potion, it's only, what, 150. So that's about a third to half of my HP total. That's nice. Yay, levels up. Nope, somebody's poisoned. But see, I'm only like a level down, and I've already burned through. I've already burned through half of my white mage's magic, and oh shit, what's that? Doesn't matter, I killed it. And like, fuck. Hellhound, that's amazing. Hellhound. 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 Weak to ice, resistant to fire. So that's definitely a recurring theme we're going to see a lot. That whole area was completely a waste of time. There was no chests or anything, which really kind of sucks because I had to hurt myself to get there. This whole floor is lava. What were you thinking? God, that's such an insubstantial amount of healing. Okay. Well, hopefully I won't have to do this too much more. I won't actually run out of magic before I maybe fight the boss, maybe. This is actually really reminiscent of the level design for Blighttown and Dark Souls. Except the difference in the level design for Blighttown and Dark Souls is it's true that you're going to constantly poison yourself. For those of you that don't know, Blighttown, the very bottom of Blighttown is essentially covered in a pretty pervasive poison mist that you will probably end up poisoning yourself on. It doesn't really matter when you reach it. But the difference is I'm being forced to run around and walk. I have to walk through this. The poison mist, you can just walked into a dead end of lava. You can pretty much avoid. And also, like, you can just spend a healing item healing yourself. It's kind of not worth it because you're going to keep on getting poisoned, but you can do that. In this, a healing item to heal... Oh, a fire lizard, that's new. A healing item to heal yourself is not only more... more costly, but less effective. So you only have to heal poison once. With this, you're always going to be taking damage as long as you're moving through it. That's a fire Gygus. Oh, and a dead black mage. I'm so almost out of fucking MP. This is not good. I might have to turn back. I don't want to. I might have to. Oh, fire lizard. So I feel like it's a similar idea. It's executed in Dark Souls a lot better than it is in this. Of course, we've already talked about the differences between early video games and and newer video games, taking the sensibilities of like a quote-unquote hardcore game or an older video game and adapting it into a modern style, which is something that I think, personally, Dark Souls does excellently. And unfortunately, this game is just stuck with the fact that it is an old video game, you know. So I got some new equipment. I got a fire shield with the power of fire, which is just better. And I got Ice Brand, gripped by winter's chill, which is crazy better than my mithril sword. And actually probably really useful for a lot of monsters in this area. So that's exciting. So it looks like I'm not missing at all with the axes, which is cool. The accuracy must not be that big of a deal. The tricky thing with the Ice Brand is that not all of the enemies I'll encounter will be weak against ice, but I think that'll be mitigated by the kind of raw attack power of my 155. Oh, 10. Cool. The raw attack power of my warrior with the axe. I wonder if I can, if I chose to turn around and leave now, if I could actually make it out alive. Oh, Jesus. A staff. Wow. Is that even anything? Like, what the fuck? Squaresoft. Why would you do that? You just want to like alienate everyone? And the funny thing is, everyone like loved this game when it first came out. You know, they were like, man, Final Fantasy, that's the shit right there. They didn't even know how much better games were going to get. This is. I'm gonna save before I do. Oh, I'm out of magic. Okay. I'm gonna save before I do this because actually the Earth Elemental Fiend was so underwhelming that I am slightly suspicious that I will have not that hard of a time with the Fire Elemental Fiend, but we'll see. If it does turn out that I can't beat it, then I'll probably turn around. What the actual fuck? I'll turn around and go back to town and maybe like stock up on high potions so I don't have to spend so much MP healing myself. Empty room. Oh no, here he is. Okay. So, I'll use an ether on you and get 50 MP back. That'll at least do something. Save. That's me. I suppose so. Wait, but aren't you Merilith? Why are you talking about yourself in the third person? Whoa! I don't want to. Okay, Merilith. Let's see if we can't do some stuff to make you slightly less shitty. I think hasting our fighters is going to be a good idea in this battle again. Obviously, the Ice Brand is going to do a little bit more damage than the axe, so we'll throw haste on him first. I'll just have you defend until I need you to do things. 10 hits. Very nice. God, that's brutal. this would be like the only time that you would want Null Frost, or one of the other elemental nulls, like Null Fire, Null, one of those ones. I'm going to try and slow him and see if that does anything, although I don't think it worked on the Lich when we fought him yet. Ouch. Jesus. 10 hits, though. That's fucking significant. Like, right there. Just Lazara here. Yes. Well, okay. I have a chance. I don't know if it's worth it, but I could always like try and Phoenix down you. Almost undoubtedly it's going to... Okay, cool. Oh shit, I forgot to... Oh! Yeah! Just barely. Okay, well, so that was hard, but not insurmountable. That's exciting. I'm sure I missed some treasure, but from the treasure I was getting, I get the distinct feeling that it's unimportant. So, we're going to restore power to another crystal. We'll open up another bonus dungeon. Yay! Yay! That I didn't bother looking at, but if we wanted to, you know, we could have gone over to the Hellfire Chasm, obviously. So cool, perfect. I'll warp on out of here. That was nice and succinct. I'm gonna go ahead and cottage right here by the mountain. We'll get all healed back up, and then we'll go back to town. Whatever the fuck that was. It's like somewhere over here, right? Yeah. Cool. So we're gonna stop in Crescent Lake. We're going to pick up those other spells that we couldn't get, and then probably talk to the old people again, and they'll be like, "Hey, you did so great with that canoe. Here's a airship or something." I think we've really encountered too much more that we can explore with just the boat. I don't think... Instant death spells aren't worth it to me. So I think I'm just going to get Quake and Stun. Mostly, I have a really hard time with status effects. They've actually proven to be pretty useful, at least positive status effects, in this game so far. Negative status effects are a little bit more tricky because they're generally speaking not useful against normal enemies, because normal enemies probably shouldn't be alive long enough for them to make that much of a difference. And they're hardly ever effective against bosses, so I don't know, it just seems like a waste. Okay, but that's fine. I'm trying to. Blah, blah, blah. None of you guys are gonna do anything for me. Well, that's what I'm trying to do, but, you know, keep on fucking not giving me an airship. Jesus. Okay. Where could I... Oh, well, there's this big sandy pit. I don't particularly know why that would be accessible now when it wasn't before, but... Yeah, anything happening here? No? Cool. Okay, so I killed the fire fiend. Not really seeing anything else that I can get to from the horde. Maybe I'm missing somewhere on this specific island? There's Mount Gulag. This must be Crescent Lake that I'm by. So it looks like maybe there's something to the upper left hand that I might be able to get to. If I go... get to Mount Org. This looks like an area over here. What's this? Also, just for the sake of being conversation, it's really interesting to me that even though the order of them is Earth and then Fire, the Fire Crystal appears first in this little menu screen, and not consecutively in the order that you acquire them. It doesn't really matter that much to me, but I think it's interesting. This is bullshit. Okay, we're back in Sand Lane. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video real quick, and I'm just going to look at a walkthrough, because honestly, like, I really have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. Nobody in the town seems to know where I'm supposed to be going. So I'm going to cut the video, check online real quick, and then I'll hop back and hopefully be able to make my way to to our next objective, which should be a crystal. Maybe the ice or / water crystal or the wind crystal, whichever it happens to be. So yeah, I will come back in a second. Okay, so after checking around on the internet a little bit, I have a better idea. Fucking giant party, wow. I have a little bit of a better idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. Gotta get back over to Crescent Lake. Fuck you guys. I guess I might as well. Quick stop at the tavern. You get in your boat and you sail around up to this area, which is going to have a little section that we can sail our canoe down into. I think I'm actually going to call the video here. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to stop it here at the ice cave, and we will pick it up next time. Shit. How much life Aussie's lost? We'll pick it up next time, and we'll explore the ice cave, which is apparently where we're supposed to be going. How we're supposed to know that we're supposed to be going to the ice cave, completely beyond me. But that is the intended destination. So yeah, thanks for joining me on Christmas, or after Christmas, which is probably when we're going to be playing this. And hopefully you all have a great night and have a really great Christmas and enjoy your day. Bye.